Today is August 27th and we are painting another zine back, or I am painting another zine back. I'm just going to pull you guys up here. It is a chillier morning this morning. I could definitely feel a little bit of autumn coming in. Let's see who is here today. My camera seems very far down. I'm just going to make sure that I am on screen. I have a book that I want to show you, but I'm going to wait until everybody comes in, and I'm going to start doing my date on this zine. I left my other zine upstairs. I have been busy cutting, trimming, and mounting drawers full of imagery for my fall art fair here that's going to be happening at the beginning of October. I'm trying to get at least 20-25 pieces mounted a day, and I only started yesterday, so I have a lot more mounted. I got up early this morning and I did mount them, but yeah, it's a long process. Good morning Nanette, good morning, bonjour hippo, and hello, good evening Julia. All right, so let's just get the date on here, and then we'll start with the back. Oh, I'm doing the black cap chickadee. It's probably one of my favorite little birds. I don't know if you know it. It's super sweet. I've only seen it a couple of times in the wild, but my app does hear it quite often. It's really a lovely bird. So I just screenshot a page, and then I'm going to put that. And then on my walk, there's this one border, like the people do their gardens, but they don't usually do the boulevard where the path and the street meet, because that is normally, it's city earth or city ground, so we can grow stuff there, but if they decide to come and just scrub it all because they want to, then they can. But there's this one house that they've added all these really, and I took a picture and it's not very good quality, but that's okay. I like the little clumps of color. There's some lavender. Yeah, I love these little purple ones. They're almost like succulents. So I'm going to do that behind my chickadees. Good morning, Amy. Hi, how are you? Thank you to everybody who signed up for classes yesterday. It wasn't a shout out yesterday. I was just being honest that people, like, it was a lot lower. The not attendance, the sign-ups were a lot lower in numbers, and you know, it wasn't a call for you guys to all purchase, but thank you for a lot of you did purchase classes. Today we have an interiors class, and it's how I love to work with interiors, so I hope that you will be free and get out of your habit of needing everything to be perfect and drawing it out first. So if some of you may have signed up to the whole group package of summer workshops, so you'll be in that. Nanette, thank you for signing up to today's. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Always love when I get to share that loose and free way of working. The nice painterly feel. Hi Teresa, good morning. It's August 27th. If there are any birthdays, please let me know. I have been bad at birthdays. I don't know if Louise is here. She had a birthday a couple of days ago. All right, 27th. And we are coming up fast to the end of the month. So if you want to join us in Nocturnal Month, that would be fantastic. I think there's quite a few people who are excited about it. I would suggest, like, if you are going to work with like neocolors or chalk or something like that, I would get some darker paper or prep some dark paper. One year I used jelly plates as my backgrounds a lot, and that really worked as well. Hi Susan. Hello Mira, how are you? Nanette says, that's exactly my goal, to be loose and free. Good morning, Reb. Hi, Meryl. How are you? Well, then you are going to be taking the right workshop today, Nanette. I will teach you ways that how I kind of approach an image and get in your brain to keep it loose. I'm just doing this, and then I'm going to show you a book that I absolutely love, and I was supposed to get it out in July. I think I told you guys about it and I've shown you before, but I'm going to show you here because I don't think it was, I think it was more on a Zoom that I showed you. But yeah, it was something that I was supposed to get out earlier, and I am getting it out now, even though I've got so many things going on with the art fair. And the art fair really like takes up a lot of mental space because you're like constantly thinking about, okay, I need to prep for this and I need to prep for that. And does anybody else do art fairs? How do you get around it? I just bought myself a new square tap thingy. It's like a little machine that you can take payment. So I got that got delivered the other day, so I'm ready for that. Yeah, I'm just going through all my work and kind of thankful that I have got a lot of loose work, not just in sketchbooks, because then I do have more to sell. I have my whole gallery portfolio that I was supposed to approach galleries, but I haven't yet. But I'm gonna take that as well. So it'll all be for sale. I can always paint more if I need to. Oh, Amy says, I did the prep jelly plates. Oh, cool. Maybe we'll have a prep this week for some, that may be a good idea actually, to prep some either jelly plates or to prep some pages. I haven't planned a meet this week, but we could do that. I think that would be a great idea to plan before Monday, so that we have some darker pages in sketchbooks or on loose paper for the nocturnal month. Yeah, so if anybody wants to join me in doing that. All right, I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to get started on the chickadees. I'm going to show you the book that I am highlighting today. And I know that you can probably find a lot of these things on the internet to do, but it's really nice having a whole, like, a series of things of winter celebrations. It says it's basically a book. It's called Winter Celebrations by Arounna Khounnoraj. I think it's Khounnoraj. Arounna is the owner of Bookhou. I know a lot of you know Bookhou. She makes things like pencil cases. I've got bags from her as well. I can show you a couple of them. Well, hang on a second. They're hanging up here. tangled on the hanger. She doesn't do as many of these now, but she does, like she used to. Now she does a lot of like little pouches, and she made, I'm a bit of a fan of Bookhou. She made the roll that I have as well, that I use everywhere. And I have another bag from her which is also well loved, and I've had to stitch it because there have been holes in it, but yeah, I really like her. So all her fabrics, I've got to fix this side as well. It's just really well worn, so I am going to fix that. A lot of them are linen, some of them are, I have another one upstairs I think that is wax treated cotton, which is a little bit hardier, but they're great. Like, I've got to fix this one too. They're all hand printed fabrics that she has. Yeah, and I have lots and lots of her pouches. She has different sizes. You can see I'm a little bit of a fan. Oh, you're welcome. Sorry I missed it. Anyway, so I'm going to show you her book, Winter Celebration. She has quite a few books, but I'll show you this one. So in the contents, there's everything. So these are great projects that I wanted to start doing in July so that I had them for Christmas, because I thought, oh, this would be really, really nice to get ahead, like things like the ornaments. And maybe it's something I choose to do in October in the mornings, because I could do Inktober, I could do Birdtober, there's another bird challenge, but maybe I'll bring something in to like winter celebration projects that I want to get done. So she has lots of projects in here. She's got, for gifts, she's got wrapping, woven pouch, small patchwork pouch, leaf relief printed pouch, simple mitts, printed tea towel, painted ceramics, eco washcloth, applique device sleeve, patch stockings, mobile, and the list goes on. And then for decoration, she's got place settings, ornaments, paper garland, wreath, tablecloth, advent calendar, swag and wall hangings, stand and centerpieces. And it's very, like, she's very thorough at how she does all these projects and shows you like step by step as well, which is really nice. Love these mitts. Like, there are things that I really want to do for myself and also for gifts. Just really, really pretty and handmade. I love this wall of the paper stars. I thought that would be really nice to get something like that done for Christmas. And the advent calendar. I love advent calendars. Garland, ornaments, something that I would love to design. Maybe in October I start doing some birds for the tree. I know that we did that one year in December, but maybe if I get ahead with some extras. She's even got her like a roll here, or a gadget holder. She's got a concertina book in here. Like, it's absolutely jam-packed of beautiful, beautiful projects. So that is, I'm a huge fan of this book, Winter Celebrations by Arounna. Okay, I'm going to get started with my chickadees. What is everybody else up to today? And I think I'm going to go straight in with, I have black, that's indigo. I do have black, with my black ink. I know, the chickadees, aren't they cute? Super cute. I do love, 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 love them. Okay, straight with my black, as I say, after after the chickadee color. So I'm going to get that, just the body, I think, that taupey color. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to prep some pages for next week, the start of next week. I know that some of you are joining us in the nocturnal month. Is anybody doing something different in September? Who's with us? Get a whole bunch of these chickadees on. So I started watching, there's a couple of shows that I started watching yesterday while I was trimming my pieces and mounting them for the art fair. One was The Snake, which is it's a reality TV show. A little bit cutthroat and kind of a mix between Survivor and Fear Factor, I think. Like, they do some really gruesome things. Do you remember Fear Factor? Where they had to, well, actually, yeah, it's very Fear Factor-ish. And then the other one was, as I like cooking shows, I've been watching the Gordon Ramsay Star Chef, which is an English show. And kind of reminds me of The Apprentice. Like, he gives them challenges because he wants to help support a business, and he's going to give them £150,000 to start their business. And yeah, they have teams and they have to do challenges, and then he decides which of them goes home. Nanette says, I'll be away this weekend, home on Monday, Labor Day weekend, so I have off on Monday. Will love to prep pages for September. We can also do an evening, Nanette. I know it doesn't come, so we could do, I'm going to have to probably take a couple of hours to do it, so we could do an evening, even this afternoon, like this evening works. I don't know if it works for anybody else, but we could get some pages prepped. It's just good to set aside, a couple of hours just to prep them. So I don't want to be prepping them in the morning when I'm painting. And I know it really does help, like, especially if I'm working. I haven't decided if I'm working in sketchbook or on loose paper. If I work on loose paper, I can sell them at the art fair. If I work in a sketchbook, it's a little bit harder. So I may work on loose paper, which means I definitely I would like to prep them prior to. Good morning, Kim. How are you? Yeah, let me know if anyone's around. I know that tomorrow it's always busy in the evening because of art hang party. But I have, tonight I can't, well, I can tonight, but it has to be after 7 o'clock because I have a meeting with one of the trip coordinators at 6, so I cannot do it until, probably it takes about an hour until 7. So let me know if anybody wants to do a late, I know it doesn't work for Europe, but this weekend we could do one for Europe, or Friday morning. Yeah. Okay, I'm now going to put, before I put the black on, I'm going to go back to this page here and pick up some of this purple and just dot that around. That's a bit dark. I'm looking forward to the month of Nocturnal. I feel like this month has been very loose, very free, very, not very, I mean, structured in the way that I'm trying to keep structure, but not in the painting. So I do enjoy a challenging paint month. I'm going to take it all the way up here. And then there's a plant that's a little bit, it looks the same or similar, but it's slightly redder in tone. Then that says, I can do tonight at 7, but don't go by my schedule. I can always catch the replay. No, let's do tonight at 7 because I have the paper, like, and I would like to, just when you're thinking about putting something down, maybe pick up some like cheap acrylic paint so that you can mix up some dark colors with acrylics, because if you're going to be painting over or using anything with water on top, you don't want it to reactivate. So, okay, we'll do an impromptu meet tonight at 7, and then for Europe we'll do one at the weekend. I know I didn't think about the whole Labor Day and starting my virtual art retreat, but it's not Labor Day everywhere in the world, so it's just North America on Monday. Beth has a cat drawing session Friday at 8 a.m. Oh, that's early. Okay. So, no, I can do tonight, and then we'll do the weekend if anybody wants to prep some pages at the weekend as well, if nobody can, if other people can't do tonight. Julia in Australia, what time is 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern for your time? I don't think we've ever really done anything at 7 p.m. I know it's 12 midnight England time and 1 a.m. European time. That's okay. Hippo says, sorry I couldn't answer about Europe. I was swatching. I couldn't touch the keyboard with all this on my fingers. That is one. I like mess, but I still don't love pastels. Maybe if I was working outside, maybe it's one of those materials that I would work outside in. It's 9 a.m. I'm working. Okay. So maybe at the weekend. And I will record the one with, if it's just Nanette and me, I'll record an overhead of me working, and then put it out there for people. But really, all I'm going to be doing is scraping paint on pages so that I get, that I have like prepped pages for painting. Okay, I'm just going to get base blotches of color on here, and then I am going to add some more texture afterwards. C says, I will try to be there tonight. Yay. Hippo says, Melissa sent me half of 48 soft pastels. I'm not used to it except a handful of neo pastels. Yeah, I like soft pastels, as in like they have beautiful colors and everything. I just don't love the mess. It's the dust, I think, that I don't love. I need one of those little mini vacuums. That would be great. Does anybody have a studio vacuum, like a tabletop vacuum? Or is it just me that doesn't like the mess? Okay, sounds good, Julia. Hippo says, no dust, it's soft. Oh, oil pastels. Well, they're messy too, but I do prefer oil pastels to soft pastels. Oh, that's nice. What brand did she send you? Interested to know which brand they are. If you're just joining, welcome. I am going to be painting chickadees today. Please comment and let me know where you're from if you are new here. Hippo says, I have a mini hoover for the table, but I use the dry soft pastels with damp sponge. Oh, maybe I should do that. The brand is Light Wish. They sent her several boxes. Oh, cool. That's neat. Chickadee is our state bird. I love the little black capped chickadee. There are different types of chickadees though, right? See? Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chickadees and get some black ink on. Oh, I didn't bring them down. I got 2 new brush pens, and I got, because they were pretty, they're good, I think they were on sale. One was like $6. They're the Pentel ones. I've never had one of those Pentel ones. Oh my goodness. I was squeezing that thing. I did not know you had to take the little red thing off and then reattach it. I was squeezing and it just, nothing was happening. Anyway, I figured it out, which is good. But the Pentel like one, I think I can it doesn't have a converter, but I can refill it with ink, because I got some platinum carbon ink as well, because I wanted to refill this one, the platinum carbon, because I keep buying the cartridges, but I'm like, why am I buying the cartridges when I can just refill them? So when this one's done, I'll just refill it. Sarah sent me one of those syringes so that I can use that, because yeah, I couldn't find those on our Amazon. Okay, cheap and cheerful sketch paintbrush that I don't mind wrecking. Actually, I have one that I wrecked already yesterday because I didn't clean it. I'm only familiar with the blackhead chickadee. They nested in our birdhouse this summer. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, let's get this chickadee started over here. Just gonna get the bib of the chickadee, like the little under the chin area, and then where the head is, or the eye is, and the top of the head. And then the rest I'm gonna do with Neocolors. Should have probably made a note of which ones I was doing, but I think I remember. So if you are not doing Nocturnal Month next month, what is everyone doing? Or what are you working on project-wise? I don't know if Melly is here. She's almost finished her calendar. Be interested to know what she's up to next month. And Reb, what are you up to? Are you going to do Nocturnal with us? Okay, maybe on the back of this one I can take a little bit of the ink just to add some details on the wings. C says, I so want Mel's calendar, Melly's calendar. Yeah, I think we all do. I hope Melly like gets them printed and puts them on her shop. Reb says, I'll do a couple, but I've got a big project coming up. Ooh, can you tell us about the project, or is it a hush-hush project that you can't say anything? That's exciting. Okay, let's get this one over here. I think I may want to make it a little bit smaller. Hey Janice, I signed up for Strada Easel September challenge. I made it the whole way through last year and hoping I can do it the same this year. Is that just painting on your easel? Like, is it en plein air or is it at home? Like, what is it? Okay, this is going to be smaller. Just going to get that sketched out. And then one just up here, which is going to be this one. Oops, just went over that. It's painting, drawing from life every day. Can't be from a photo or video. Oh yeah, that's a good challenge. Great challenge. Janice, can you put that in the Patreon chat? I'd like to have a look at that. Oh, I love that one too. Okay, maybe I will change this one to being more, I like the tail when it goes up like that. So I'm going to change this one. It's all about the feet position. Where the feet are gives the bird the position as well. And then going back to this one that's just sitting here, I think I can add the wing as well. That'll help. Just Reb says, I got accepted to do rock and roll in print, so I will be carving 3x5 blocks to be printed on by a steamroller. Ooh, 3" by 5". That's cool. Congrats, that's amazing. And Kim says, I'm working on several 5x7 paintings to have printed up into note cards for my daughter to sell in her shop. Oh, neat. Where's her shop? Does she have an online shop, Kim, or a physical shop? Good morning, Melissa. All right, I'm going to get some darker areas with dark gray, and that way I can also use that on the birds. But first I'm going to just add a little bit of green here because I changed the shape of that bird, or some yellow even, just to block that off. And then this bird also got changed. So let's go with some darker gray. I'm just going to cut in. That's kind of like a blue. I could do this with Neocolor too, but I'm enjoying the softness of this brush. Oh, 3x5 feet. I figured that was it. Yeah, sorry. I read, you know, I don't have my glasses on, and I didn't see the two. I thought it was 2. Yeah, that's big. Those are big. 3x5 feet in lino cuts. That's huge, Reb. How many do you have to do? Thanks, Amy. Amy says the black ink has a sharp effect. Carolyn says Janice also cool. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to make it an all-day thing, right, Janice? You could just, as long as you go out and you draw or paint, it could be a 20-minute stint, it could be a 10-minute, half an hour. Kim says it's physical. She'll be adding to her online shop once she gets up and running. She hopes to open by October. You'll have to let us know. Where is it, Kim? The shop. Maybe someone here lives close by. And then you'll have to tell us the online part as well when that's up and running. Look how dry. These are a little bit odd, these paints, because although they go on really dark, look how dry they dry. How dry they dry. how light they dry, I was supposed to say. Okay, going back to this little chickadee down here, I want to make this whole area of his body darker. Now that I know that it's going to dry like this, I'm not bothered about going over the top. And then I can do the same with this one. She's north of St. Peter in, is MN Minneapolis or Minnesota? I get confused with those two. Janice says, as long as it's from life, it doesn't matter which medium or subject. One day I was super rushed and did a 5-minute continuous line. It counted. Okay. And Kim says, Minnesota. Thank you, Kim. Okay, I just picked up some of the ink that was still wet here. I'll just lighten this area with Neocolors or pencil crayons. Okay, gonna go back to darkening in between these areas that I don't want so light. And then I'll use Neocolors over the top. Mira says, I once had a chickadee breeding in my garden. The 8 fledglings came out of the nest for the first time when I was at home, so I filmed it all. You could see their different characters, super cute. Oh, do you have the movie or the film posted somewhere? Janice says, I sent the Strata easel post to the chat. Thank you. If you want to put it in here as well, you can. Although I have to figure out. Okay, maybe Melissa, now Melissa's here, she can, and maybe Reb, you can tell us as well, because, and Hippo. So when you're doing a live, it seems like the chat can't be, is it not possible to have it recorded, or is that an option that you have to choose? Because I don't see the chat here on my replays. Like, why is that? I only see chat after the live that's on there, so it's like it keeps the live from afterwards, but not from while you're, like, while we're all here. If I don't read out the chat, you don't know who's here. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you guys have some kind of reasoning for this and you can help me figure that out, because I'd like to have the chat, like your chat, still in, because if somebody mentions something and I don't read it out, then it's nice to have it in there. Oh, Mira says, no, it's 45 minutes long and far too large to upload anywhere. If you have a YouTube account, that's where I upload my large videos, and then, like, even for family, and then just share them privately with family. It's a good way of offloading them from your from your camera roll. Hippo says, I checked after you asked the other day. I don't see the chat either on my replays. Why is that? Reb, Melissa, any idea? Is it just the lives? Because I feel like you see it after the when you're doing a video, or when you upload a video and people mention something during your video, that works. Melissa says, I'm checking my art hang party replays. And Mira says, oh, good idea. I'll check that out. Yeah, it is. It's a good way to offload your videos and have them somewhere that you can just share. You can share, like if you put it on unlisted when you do the video, just take it off public and have it unlisted so you can share the link with people. That's a good option. This one's super messy. Okay, I need to clean up. You have live chat replay. Who has live chat replay? Reb says live chat. She has live chat replay. I do. Really? So I can't see it. Like if I go into one of my videos, I can't see the live chat. Do you have to turn it on when you're watching it? Because maybe I have it turned off. I don't know. Do you have it on yours as well? You have to swipe over on the chat. Yeah, I thought I did do that. I know that sometimes people comment afterwards though, Melissa, so I'm not sure if it's like right at the beginning as well. Swipe, okay. Swipe over on the comment section to get the live chat replay. Oh, okay. I think you may have to close your queue. There may be a toggle on the comment section. Okay, I will look. All right. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And thanks, C. Oh, on a computer. Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, I do want to get... The chickadee has almost like a little bit more of a ochre belly. A golden belly. And then the back, I mean, it's very similar color to what I've got on here, so I don't need to do too much to it. But this one I do need to lighten up. It's not quite dry. And this one I have to darken. And this is not quite dry either. Yeah, so you can see even with the XLs, like the Derwent, how they go over the acrylic ink. So even if you like thinking about September and prepping pages, because we were talking about that, if you do want to prep some pages for your nocturnal month, you will, like, it does really help if you have a non-activating permanent color underneath. So I could use this black and then go over, even with the Derwents, and they're supposed to be, well, they're ink tints, they're not really watercolor, but they still go over, or gouache, or more acrylic, or neocolors. So that's the great thing about putting down something that's a little bit more permanent when you're prepping pages. And you can just use black paper. I think some people have used black paper before. It's nice to use the jelly plates because it creates a little bit more texture. Linda says, I can see it on my iPad. It shows 2 faint dots on the right of comment section, and then, like everyone said, swipe left. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Reb. My goodness, look at the time already. How did that happen? It's crazy how quick the time goes. Just trying to get a little bit of detail on these chickadees. Also take away the heavy lines. I think I'm going to put some branches on. I know that they weren't in the photos, but I want to ground them somehow, so I'll put some branches. Like this one, you don't see the feet because it is actually on a branch. And this one, the legs have disappeared, so I want to put those back in. Like giving these little chickadees a perch to sit on. I think the tail would have gone behind it, so let's just make that a little bit more. Oh, and this branch is coming down like this. So Reb, with your big project, did you have to present the images and then they okayed them, or is that something, or they just looked at your work and you got the job? That's a big project. How long will one of those take, and how many do you have to do? Did you say how many you have to do? You may have said how many you're gonna do. That's a huge project. How fun. Okay, you really don't see much of the eye, but there's a tiny little bit, and also I want to lighten just the tops of the beaks, but maybe get some definition in the back. And then adjust the shape of the head. Okay, so you can see a little bit, just a little bit of the eye. Can I see it on this one too? Yes. Just got to get it in the right spot. Ooh. Annette said, are you gonna use other colors other than black for the background? Oh, yes, probably. You know, we have a lot of images in the Padlet already, Nanette, so tonight, if you want, we'll go through each day and have a look and see kind of what colors. So they'll probably be like dark grays. I usually, when I'm doing the nocturnal month, well, not usually because I haven't done it a lot of times, but I will, or if I'm doing an image and there's a dark color, I'll usually take the most dominant color and do that, because that way you're getting the majority of the picture done, so you don't have to worry about that one color. So you look at, you know, what color is the prominent color and then work with that. I think that's probably how I'm going to go about it. So it could be like dark red, or it could be, yeah, burgundy or indigo, or it could be like a dark gray. Reb says you have to submit some samples of your work in the application. Neat. Well, congratulations. It sounds like an amazing project. Really fun. Okay. I don't love how this just goes right across the middle, so I think I'm going to just lighten it up by taking some of this away. Actually, I can just use it's like I need to break that up a little. Now I'll put some bright colors over the top. I know I'm running out of time. Now I have to do a little bit of that to all of this, the neo colors. Like I should have just kept it very light, sort of like these ones, but I just went a little bit heavy. That's all right. I'll make him a little bit rounder as well. I don't think I needed this bit up here. Okay, well, that's going to have to dry and then I can go over it. These are getting very loose, these birdies. so I will send out, I'll send it out as an email about the impromptu 7 p.m. I know, Melissa, you're meeting in Toronto with Melly. I couldn't meet earlier because I've got that appointment with the trip coordinator, so and he couldn't change it, unfortunately. So I will be able to do, I'm going to do a prep this weekend as well, a page prep, and I will throw out some times of what works for people. And if it doesn't, there'll be recordings. So it's really just to prep pages for the month ahead, because when we're doing nocturnal, if you get a color on there ahead of time, a dark color, it's going to speed up your piece, and you won't be using so much of that color during your paint session. Oh, thank you, Reb. I honestly, like, I was imagining it to be much darker. Like, I want to go in with some little textures of like the succulents. So I'm gonna have to go in over the top of this and do a lot more work. I want to break up that bright. Yeah, so have a think about how you want to have your nocturnal month, whether it's going to be in a sketchbook or whether it's going to be on individual papers. The images are really great that people have been putting in there. I'm excited. This is still wet here. Messy, messy. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good idea to use your black paper sketchbook. I do like the, I don't know if I can, I don't have my sketchbook close by. I did 1 year sketchbook and I just did jelly plate prints in all of the pages, and it was a horrible sketchbook, like not a very good paper, but I thought, okay, I can use it for this, for nocturnal. And then 1 year I just got bigger paper and again just like rolled on the paint, so there was a little bit of texture, and I like that too. C says, I'm mostly using black paper but not totally. Okay, well, I will send the email out in the chat in Substack for our mornings, and if you can make it at 7 later, then great. I will record it so that I have and then I'll put that in the nocturnal month chat also, so that you have it there. All right. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you're watching this after the fact, please chat in the comments. Oh, Reb says it's just one MDF panel. I like the colors in this, very fun. Thanks. Kim says, my daughter is in Toronto at the moment for a job interview. Ooh, best of luck to her. Best of luck. C says, I did a chickadee the second day this month, but yours is so much better. Oh, I'm sure yours are beautiful. Have a nice day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. And Melissa and Melly, have a great time tonight. See you. Thank you, Susan. Bye.